Hello, and welcome to our February workshop 9 Things to Do This Winter to Boost Your Child's Development. Number one on our countdown list, make a paper chain. This is a classic activity that many people associate with counting down to the holidays, but you can use this activity to count down to birthdays or trips or any special event that you and your family are looking forward to. This activity is going to help your child develop their fine motor skills by using scissors and tape or glue to link the chains together. It's going to help your child practice their counting skills, not only counting how many links to put on the chain, but counting backwards as your child is cutting off each link day by day. It's also just a fun way to anticipate an important event and to build some of that excitement before your family's activity. So if you want to make this with your child, you're going to need some paper, scissors, preferably safety scissors that are the right size for your child, and either tape or glue. And you're going to have your child cut strips of paper that are about 1 inch wide by 5 inches long. And then they're going to loop those strips of paper into a circle and link each circle together to create a chain. And you are going to want to count down how many days before your anticipated event and have your child make that many links on their chain. And then you can hang the chain somewhere in your home, and day by day, your child will cut one link off of the chain to slowly count down until the event. Number two, bundle up and enjoy the outdoors. So it is tempting to stay inside most days when you are in the dead of winter, and it can be uncomfortable at times to go out into the cold, but your children's development will benefit greatly from getting outside. Not only will it help their sensory input by giving them fresh air and the calming effects of the sounds and sensations of nature. It will also help their mental health and even sleep by allowing them to get the required amount of daylight that they'll need in order to have healthy sleep at night. And then what you will want to do is make sure that whatever activity you are enjoying outside, you are mixing it up with fine motor development and gross motor development. So, gross motor, think big movement like throwing snowballs, hiking, climbing, and fine motor would be collecting rocks and sorting and counting and even putting a carrot and eyes onto a snowman that you built. So try to mix up those activities so that you are getting both large motor and small motor activities involved. Number three, create a winter themed sculpture. Some days you are not going to want to go outside, and this is a perfect time to create a winter themed sculpture or craft inside. You can gather all kinds of recyclable materials such as plastic bottles and containers, newspaper. You can use pine cones and twigs from some of your nature walks. You can use cotton balls, paper plates, Play Doh, really anything that has an open ended use, many uses. And if you're doing this together, you're going to be bonding with your child. And if you are letting them lead this activity and create the winter themed sculpture that they want, then you are allowing them to build their problem solving skills. How will I attach this piece to this piece? How will I build this taller so that it doesn't fall down? And then, of course, you're using all those fine motor skills when children are gluing and taping and cutting materials and putting them into place. Number 4, make a map. This is a fun activity that will get you outside as well. So take a walk around your neighborhood and allow your child to take some pictures of houses or parks, stop signs, other buildings, any kind of landmark that you feel should go on your neighborhood map. Then come back home, use those pictures that were taken, and help your child create their own map. So out of tape and construction paper, and help them recall where certain things fall on their map. What cross streets did you run into on your walk? And if you have an older child, say 8 or 9, they can even make a legend in the corner of your map that has symbols for fire hydrants or for street signs and post boxes, and really let your child get creative with this activity. Number 5, play a game with new toys. So chances are that your child received at least a few new toys over the holidays, and you can play a fun memory game with them by bringing out 5 of those toys and have your child line them up in any order that they choose, and then have them close their eyes. And while their eyes are closed, you choose one toy to take away, rearrange them either in the same or a different order, have your child open their eyes and try to guess, which toy did mom or dad hide? And hopefully they are able to guess, and then you can turn it around and see if your child can stump you and see how good your memory skills are. Number 6, toss some indoor snowballs. So you may or may not have access to snow where you live, but you can recreate the activity of a snowball, throwing some snowballs inside, and help your child's spatial reasoning and their gross motor while you're at it. So take a large piece of cardboard or a cardboard box and cut holes into the box that are significantly bigger than the ball that you are using. So you can use a beanbag, or you can use some kind of soft indoor ball, or even ping pong balls if you have those around. So cut holes into the box or the cardboard that then your child will try to throw those balls or beanbags into. And this will help with their hand-eye coordination and also get them practicing the gross motor skill of throwing an object. Okay, number 6, carve out time for chats. So your child is not just developing their body with all of these activities, but they are also developing their social emotional skills. And one way that we can support this as their parents or caregivers is to regularly ask them about their day, give them a chance to talk about the ups and downs, to show empathy when they discuss something that was difficult for them, to encourage them when they tell you about a triumph that they had, and as well as encouraging their listening skills when you get to talk about your day and they listen and get to respond to the things that you were sharing. Next, read together every night. This is probably one of the most important activities that you can do with your child on a regular basis. So even if your child is not reading themselves yet, reading to them, exposing them to literacy and vocabulary is wonderful for building their language. It's also teaching them the sequence of a story, that all stories have a beginning, middle, and an end, and that there's usually a problem that is solved within the story. So all of these are pre-literacy skills. So they're teaching children skills that they will use when they are entering kindergarten and first grade and beyond, and are beginning to decode or actually read the words on a page. But these reading skills are just as important. And finally, write a winter storybook together. So invite your child to make their own book about a favorite winter activity or memory. This could be about a day that you spent together as a family. It could be about a holiday, or it could be even a story that your child makes up. Maybe they don't want to create their story about something real, but they have something they've imagined and they'd like to create a storybook. So fasten a few pieces of paper together with staples or yarn. Ask your child to draw pictures, or they can even cut out pictures from a magazine and paste them to illustrate the story. And then encourage your child to tell the story back to you. So even if they're not reading, they can tell you the sequence of a story, the beginning, the middle, and the end. And this will help them again with those pre-literacy skills that they will eventually put to good use in school, as well as giving them a chance to express their own creativity, whether that's just how they decorate the book or how they tell a story. And then you have something special that you can both look back on and read together for years to come. And this brings us to the end of our February workshop. I hope that you got a few ideas for how to support your child's development and some fun activities that you can do together for the remainder of the winter. Thank you.